Yo, what's up everybody, welcome to the channel. I am DK10 for those who don't know me. I am your host for this evening. We are here at Goodwood again. It's been a while, but we're back. Really close. I'm just going to check my sounds, make sure everything is good. Just need to clock out. I set everything up for iRacing, you see, and I've been doing a lot of iRacing comms at the moment, trying new overlays and all that jazz. What's up everybody, welcome to the channel. I am DK10 for those who don't know me. I am your host for this evening. We are here at Goodwood. Yeah, I think that sounds alright. Let me know in the chat if the car sounds a little louder than me. I would love to know. But hey, welcome. Good evening. Boys currently in practice ahead of qualifying. We're still waiting on one or two drivers to join us this evening. As some of you may or may not know, we have been running the Goodwood Festival our own way. Our own way. Nobody's seen the table yet. I think that sounds alright. Let me know in the chat if that's it. Let me turn that. Look at that. I can hear myself. Give me a sec. Put YouTube up. There we go. Here we go, there we go. It did do a little bit of a lag. I was just turning YouTube off, so you know. It is what it is. And I've got to apologise for the car we're watching now. When I first seen his name pop up, right, I called it Fiona. His name's Fion. He's 13 years old from what I know. And he's mixing it up with the big boys. He is. He's putting on a bit of a show. It's Fion. He's done really well for himself. Made a good name for himself so far in the DSC. Put on some sterling races, as you see RCMB and meaning lap 8, as I was bigging him up, runs off wide as well. Would have thought he would have capitalised on that, but no, not yet. He is only 1 second off the back of Dazzler 67. Sorry, that's the Stella talking. I am actually drinking this Stella Unfiltered, and I've got to say, boys and girls, 3 bottles for a 5 are the large bottles. It's nice. It is nice. And then we go on to the filtered later on. You know what I mean? I don't like to be dirty all night. Oh yeah. But yeah, meaning lap 8. I've dubbed him Fion, as is his name, but I've dubbed him Fion Greyjoy from Game of Thrones. It's the only way I remember his name. Can't keep calling him Fiona. So yeah, Fion. And then surely you know the rest. We've got Dazzler 67 in the room. We've got RCMBE, who is me. I do like RCMBE. He's had a few unfortunates, but he's been dear or thereabouts this season in many events. He's done really well. He has done really well. And then obviously we've got the admin himself there. Lobby host this evening, Chalky12, who's only 7 attempts clear of RCMBE, who's a 10th clear at the moment in practice from Dazzler 67. And then 1 second behind his meaning lap 8. But you know, practice one thing, qualifying certainly another. When it comes to race, mistakes will happen around this circuit of Goodwood. If you're not concentrating, it will bite you. Now, the format for this evening is you're going to run race 1 on racing soft tyres in this little Mazda MX-5, which looks absolutely stunning by the way, and then a test for the boys and girls out there, right? Because we was meant to be running the Dodge RT70, the muscle car, and according to GT7 you can't get it. So you know, not unless it's in the classics, you can't get it. Yet when I had a look and I set the league up, we could run it, but we are two weeks behind at the moment, so you know we've got a lot of racing to catch up on, as well as the what's coming up on the 3rd as well. We have got the Tanzo Racing Group in promo race that will be live stream. We're going to live that for the first time ever. We're going live on iRacing. As you know, I've been doing a lot of replay comms. Getting used to the new overlay and the buttons and the camera work and all that. It's a lot to take in, boys and girls, not joking. It's a lot to take in, but enough of that. As you can see, top right of your screen there, the Vape Guru's logo is now envisaged into the screen. We have got the new logo up there. The Vape Guru sponsor Tanzo Racing Group, but we'll give him some extra advertising in our own streams, as you do. Help a brother out. Always happy to help people out when need to. But we are waiting on a couple of drivers, because I do believe we are meant to be going racing and qualifying in around 4 minutes time. PS4 updating. I got to buy the cars. Hopefully there are in a few minutes. Any party chat? Don't know. Don't know. We'll pass that message on. Chalky boy, if you are listening, waiting on an update. I'm not sure who's watching the stream. We do have one. We do have one watching the stream. Hello, how are you? Hope you're well. But we've got one person updating. I still got to buy the cars. So, yeah. But apparently, when I selected these cars, obviously we do have the MX-5 as a league down on paper. That will be coming as a league with the DSC on GT7. And then I picked the AMUSE. We did actually try this AMUSE with max power, less weight around Spa-Francorchamps on GT Sport. And it made for very, very interesting racing. And Jesus, understate isn't the word. And around a circuit like this, which is probably, I would say 90% flat, probably 90% flat in any Group 4 or any little car like this, it's pretty tasty indeed. So, you know, the AMUSE is certainly going to test the fuel. And if the new, I said that a couple of times, and he is the new and the first ever TOCA Touring Car Champion, Jorginho. You know him from the Premier League, you know him from the FA Cup with multiple trophies with the DSC. Shared a picture with us, which will be up on the DSC webpage very, very shortly, with his little trophy. I will say little trophy. The way it was advertised, it was like, bosh, you could have a freaking trophy like. But yeah, it was. It's a nice trophy, and he said it was well made and the spellings were correct, which was always good to know, because if you're DDR at a lad, you've received multiple trophies with your trophy spelt wrong. So, you know, it is what it is. So, yeah. So, a couple to watch out for. I would say at the moment, you know, until Jorginho arrives and a couple of others. We've got Aldo, we're waiting on Aldo, DMK Aldo, Group 3 champion multiple times. You've got Chalky 12, who's only 6 temps now, to climb in his RCMB, and we've got Chalky 12, who is a champion in Group 4s. Speak of the devil, he turns up now. Mr. Jorginho has joined the room. TOCA Touring Car Champion, FA Cup Champion, Premier League Champion as well, has just joined the room. Like I say, we've got multiple champions. We're always there to make it pretty even, but I dare say, you know, coming sooner or later, RCMBE is going to find one that suits him down to the ground and become another first for the DSC and become a champion. So only a matter of time, really. But we will see. Dazzler, yeah, he's come close, but just not close enough. He's won driver of the season once before, about 2 seasons ago. Meaning lap 8, looking to take that one. Last season's driver of the season was RCMBE 2. So yeah, he did have a real good season. And there is Mr. Jorginho, the TOCA Touring Car Champion. Did really well in season 1. Absolutely went out and nailed it. He was in the Trophy McGann, partnered with Chalky 12. But obviously we can't have a Laguna, so we use a Trophy McGann. It was liveried like a Laguna. So was the TT, was liveried as the Castrol Quattro and things like that. It was pretty good, to be fair. We did try and use the BMW as another variant. We used the Mazda as the Vodafone liveried Vauxhall. We used the Nissan GTR as the Nissan Primera liveried car, and it did look really good. We've got another season of that coming up. We've got a season of the Mazdas coming. There's a lot of leagues coming. We've got the F1 McLaren 650S Replica League. So yeah. And speaking of the devil, 5 in. We're going with 5. Qualifying. let me just check the chat, see what the crack is before we actually get underway. I'm not sure where Aldo is. But you know, for those that know me and those that don't, we did actually start a league with 5. I think. Literally, yeah, I think it was me. It was me. It was the Chaw. Ryan Goodlit, GoodCF14, Martin Lee, Martin JL09 as he is known on GT, and D10 Piper when we first started. So yeah, this is how we used to race, and this is how we got advertised and things like that, you know. But some races you get a few, and some races you won't. You know, it's car and track Marmite, isn't it? It's car and track Marmite is what it is. You know, some people like it, some people won't. So they go, "Oh, I'm busy." But you know, it's no bother. It's just a bit of fun. It's racing. It's fun. I dare say we've got a couple of fights on our hands tonight. There will be a couple of fights tonight. The Club 100 livered machine there of RCMBA with the DSC logo on the bonnet. Love to see that. Obviously, this was only announced today, so RCMB has done well to put some livery together. And Gino, touring car, FA Cup, Premier League champion as well. Multiple trophy winner is Gino. Talented driver. Will he be talented enough to tame the AMUSE later on? One may never know. And we've got a new boy to the league, is well, I say to the league, new to the DSC, is meaning lap 8, Theon Greyjoy. He'll do well to follow Gino around here. Will be a good wing to follow for him. He'll learn the lines. He was running with TC on earlier. He's put it back on again. TC's alright, but it slows the car down through certain corners. It don't give you that bite that you'd expect it to do. It just gives you a bit of stability, like. But yeah, it's what I learnt when I first started on GT. I turned it on straight away and just went out, and I thought I was done one, but I turned it off, and I just got quicker as I went on. Actually makes the car feel a bit more realistic, and that won't do him any favours. But that was a great save, hop, skip and a jump from Theon. Dazzler just got caught up in that as well. That slowed his outlap down. Chalky 12, he was leading, but now I think with Gino in the room, going to be a bit tighter than that. Going to be a bit tighter than that. I haven't put the table together, although we are getting a little something for the Goodwood Festival. I think the boys have put on a stellar performance so far. So coming in so far, RCMB with a 118, Genie a 118.6, Dazzler 119.5. Theon comes in with 121, Chalk comes in with a 118, losing just ahead of Genie by 0.2 of a second. 8 tenths down is Dazzler, 2 seconds down in the 121 is Theon. Let's go Fifi, let's go Theon. This movie's fast, and when you're fast and loose, you're out of control. Where have I heard that before? You know where you've heard that before. If you're a racing fan, you'll know where you've heard that before. Hoping for a good race. Dazzler gets it all out of shape. That will compromise. Yeah, it will. Yeah, Dazzler recovering. Messed it up. Just compromised Theon's lap there. No bother. Still got a bit of time to go. I think it's 10 minutes of qualifying. Oh, it's Chalk down the inside of his old teammate from the touring cars. Pushing his way through there. When sitting on a 118 is the Chalk. I mean, whoever thought to put a chicane there was a diabolical idea. And Chalk moves in pole position as it stands with a 117.9. RCMB 3 tenths down. Genio 4 tenths down on a 118.6. But I do say it was on slow down that up around as Chalk come down his inside, heading in towards the chicane. You may never know. But I'll tell you what, let's go board with the Prem and the FA Cup and the first TOCA Touring Car Champion. As we come through this sweep out, Chalk has already passed RCMBE as well. Big entry of the curve, and that is Chalk off. Everybody's off here, and that has just ruined a few laps. Not going to improve this lap. Lost about 3 or 4 seconds. Not doing the tyres any good either. These tyres take 2 laps to warm up. At least 2 laps. I didn't know it was a thing, but apparently it's a thing on GT Sport. It takes at least 2 laps to warm the carcass of the tyres up. So, you know, it's a thing. It's a thing. And I've got to say, I watched the film. It was pretty. I did actually watch Gran Turismo. You know, I didn't know it was based on a true story until I actually watched it again. It was based on a true story. But yeah, it was all right. It was budgeted. It was budgeted. It's a one watch. I would give it a one watch. GT fans might love it, you know, but it was a one watch. I was looking at Chalky 12 and RCMB going side by side here. Chalk selling in the Scandinavian. The Enio watching on briefly and hoping for an happening. But I was meaning lap 8. I do apologise. That is our Fion giving it the big one with Chalky 12. Hopefully they'll get it right heading through here. We're 10th up as it stands. He's getting a bit of slip as well. Hard on the brakes was meaning lap 8. I hope he does realise this is qualifying and not racing, as he does a bit of lawnmower in there. Enio getting down the inside of Chalky 12 as well. It's a good run out of this complex of right-handers. Was gaining on meaning lap 8 as well. Coming sitting on a 1:18.689 is Enio. Be hoping for better this lap. Don't want to be in there too much, although he is just over half a second. As TRG Joyce is joining the room, will miss qualifying. This isn't open qualifying this time, with 4 minutes left to go. I don't think the boss will revert it back with 4 minutes to go, unless he shortens the clock. One may never know. This car is brand new, coming up to 40 miles on the clock here. As Fion puts in a 1:19.3. Moves him above Dazzler. Great little qualifying lap. That's not a bad lap at all. It only puts him a second off the running pace. Genio didn't better that lap with a 1:18.7. Get out there, get the cameras back. Dazzler 1:18.5. Moves himself up to 3rd place. Pushes Genio down by a 10th of a second. But it's Chalky 12 leading the way on 1:17.9. A little lock up there. I don't know where Joyce has gone. The Cannonball, the comedian of the group. Everybody can watch. I think they heard that. As Chalk goes in with a 10th of a second. That is DMK Goodwood. Hello. He's not bettered from his fastest laps of Chalk's doing 1:21s at the moment right now. RCMBE is just 7/100ths of a second behind on a 1:17.965. Dazzler is on a 1:18.5. Genio 1:18.6. Getting quicker in 1:19.3 from meaning lap 8. Not too bad at all, not too bad. Keep pushing on, keep pushing on. Dazzler comes in with a 1:18.498, keeps us in 3rd place. You know, on his own, they say once he gets to grips, a little bit ragged coming through there. Got the blinkers on. Not the easiest part of the circuit. It is quick, but it's not the easiest. It's got to be a perfect lap through there as well. You think these look unsettled? Wait till you watch race 3. Race 2 even, contract. Race 2, the AMUSE, the S2000. It's going to separate the boys from the toys, definitely. We're just under 2 temps off at the moment for Genio. Joyce has rejoined the room. A 1:17 dead by RCMBE2. Stealing pole position at 1:17.7. I do apologise. Goes just under 2 temps quicker than the Chalk. What did Gino come in with? 119.1. So RCMBE leading the way. And a good turn of pace here for being in lap 8. Only 6. Just under half a second. Keep it, keep it. That's it, bury it. Oh, that's oh, you like it, you love it. That was brilliant, brilliant piece of driving from Mean in lap 8. Now he's going to scrub his tyres, get them warmed up. The final lap of qualifying. Where is RCMB? Can he better a 117.7 as we come through the penalisation beam? Just a couple of corners to go. Maybe his first pole position. Oh no! He's going to have to rely on that lap he set previous. What could Chalk do? Just a 10th off as we come through this mad chicane. But pretty quick there, did the Chalk. RCMB just going to have to keep it parked. That's 15, 16, 17. That is Pope's 117.4, 2 tenths. Genio moves up to 3rd place on a 117.9. Barring Dazzler, I can't see anybody else taking pole position right now. Yes, Cinematic Racing is in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. That is Joyce. And Dazzler is not going to better. 4th place. So, Chalky 12, pole position, snatch and grab. RCMB thought he had it in the bag. Well, probably was going quicker that lap around, but boy, we will see. Thematic Race says, Miss Quali, he'll join in. We'll do the second race. But can't you join in this one? Won't it let you join this one? Someone wants to get the party started. I don't want to exit. That is your results. Chalk, pole, RCMB 2nd, Junior 3rd, Dazzler 4th, meaning up 8th, 5th. Seven seconds until we get going around Goodwood. 7 seconds. Do love that livered Porsche there. That is very good. That was for the league was run on a Wednesday night. That's going to be oh well, no, that's sad. That is sad indeed. But we get these done for you, boys and girls. There you go. We've got it all. So, Rocky 12, 20 minutes. I believe it is. 20 minutes or 15 minutes? One is not too sure. Been a while. It's been a while. But Chalk got off the line pretty well, as did RCMBE2, and got right under his rear box as well. As Dazzler is at a fight with Meaning lap 8 as well. A little bit of a square tap on there, but Gino down to 5th. Meaning lap 8 got a great start. Traction control working wonders for him there. I think he's just turned it off right now. But here's RCMBE tracking Chalky 12, separated by 10th in qualifying. I dare say it's going to be like this for the remainder of the race, barring any mistakes, as we've got race pace, and that is Dazzler running it off the circuit. Got to be careful. Jesus Christ, I had to be careful when he rejoined. He has gone to Neverland, and I don't think he'll never catch these again. It's a good job. It's now 49 seconds into the race, and he's got 15 or so, or 19 minutes to catch up. It is unforgiving. Once you go off once or twice, there's only 14.9 seconds off the back now, and that will only climb as he's at race pace, and Dazzler is just that crawling pace. So, Chalk 12 and RCMB 2. Let's get on board as we go through this chicane. We're tracking Chalky 12. It's a little nervy. It was a little nervy, that Mazda, but not doing too bad. Negotiated well. 7 tenths off the back, got a 1.8 second lead over Meaning lap 8. Go round turn 1, sweeping right hand up. Don't want to run it too wide. Couple of party chats going. Everybody wants a party this evening. The Chalk's opener was a 122.325, as you can see, and a 138.6, which is yeah, ominous. Great in car here, seeing the boys working. They look pretty relaxed. It looks pretty relaxed, isn't it? Not sleep downshift as we into the double right hander. Pretty tasty as well. No car radio. Have to rely on his pit wall to supply the tunes. The Wall of Genio is now side by side with meaning lap 8 is currently in third. Oh, a little bit of a come to there. Down hard on the brakes. Meaning lap 8 giving as good as he gives heading into this chicane. I mean, that was oh, and that's how unforgiving that chicane is. Side by side, got the move done. Wing mirror caught the wall, unsettled him, unnerved him. Not his fault. Got the move done as clean as you like. Got to be said, but the chicane claims a victim. It was a wing mirror touch that stopped him from going through. Now, that's why I would like damage to be on. If it was, it'd just take your wing mirror off. You don't need it. They don't use them. So yeah. And Dazzler some 40 seconds back, some half of the track back at the moment. But we'll see. Gap's come down to 39.9. But Chalk still leading the way, 1.1 ahead of RCMBE2. Club 100 Evo men. Gap's, sorry, I was having a drink. For those of you that want to know, I was having a drink. So if I do go quiet for that length of time, I am having a sip, as you know. Highly unprofessional, I know, but it's Monday and I've got another week off work, so, you know. 3.9, 3.4, Genio has got a little bit between his teeth. He's currently in third place. You can see first and second scrapping away like troopers. What second race car, mate? Second car race is the AMUSE 2000. It looks like the Honda S2000, but it's the AMUSE 2000. And I think we get it. Where do you get it from? It's over in Japan somewhere, and it's not in Honda. It's in. Oh god. Yeah, I shared it earlier. Yeah, I did. I shared it earlier. We tried that car around Spa, as I was saying earlier. We tried it around Spa, less weight, well, at least weight and max power. There's RCMB and me talking, and I completely missed that. That's past Chalky 12. He's got the fastest at 1:17.3. He's made a boo boo. And RCMB is 7 tenths clear at the moment. That time is coming down, as you can see in the top left hand of the screen, ladies and gentlemen. That time is coming down 6 tenths of a second. And Genio is not too far behind the top touring car champion this season. Just won that trophy as well, did Genio. New league we put together, trying to revive it. You know, I do like to have themes to my racing. So, hence the Premier League, touring cars, things like that. I do like to have things a little bit different. Obviously, Goodwood, they run this event every year or every so often, and they run multiple cars around the same track all the time. And yeah, so we thought we'd revive it on GT7. Yeah. Genio 2 seconds off the back of Chalky 12, who is now half a second behind RCMBE, who's done a 1:17.6 to a 1:17.3 dead, and fastest man on the track so far after that incident. What a massive incident. Did a 1:19.5. RCMB did a 1:18.5, so it was a second faster that lap. Sector 1 would be the overtaking place, but Chalk wants to get it done in towards the chicane. Big respect given by RCMBE. Didn't want no part of that. Let him go through. Just 6 minutes into this race. As Joyce is in and out like a fiddler's elbow. He's getting his car set up for race 2. It is the first grid, race 2 with the AMUSE. There's no tuning allowed. All you got to put on these cars is racing soft tyres. That is it. Brakes standard. Everything standard. No tuning, no nothing. No fuel wear, no tyre wear. It's just all out, flat out racing. But let's go down and see what the gap is. 33.5 seconds to meaning lap 8 over Dazzler 67, who has still got, if you look at it like that, half a track. Half a track. For meaning lap 8, there is 10.6 seconds off the back of Giovinazzi. I'm going good. I'm going good, barring no mistakes. I'm sure he will stay in 4th. I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for you, Fion. Let's go. Now is Giovinazzi, that gap down to 1.5. RCMBE, who has been done. We missed it. I didn't think we would have got it done, but we've missed it. Yeah, we did. We've seen it. Yeah, we've seen it. Yeah, got it, mate. Nice. Nice. It's just racing soft tyres. You got to stick on that bad boy, and then pray to the racing gods. Literally, pray to the racing gods. Yeah. It is very. I think it's understeer, oversteer. One of the two. It just steers. Yeah, it takes some nursing, shall we say, but it's rapid. I think it's about 690 odd brake, but it weighs nothing. It goes like a rocket. Yeah. Probably some of the boys are going to regret it, but you know. But what we have next week on Monday, we have the SR6 Radicals around Goodwood next week. And then the final race of the season is the Beetle, classic Beetle. That will be good. Not the fastest car on GT, but will make for a good race nonetheless. That gap now 1.9 as the front two keep squabbling away. 1:17.942, the fastest lap from Giovinazzi. I would have expected to be on the back door with these two. That gap's now 2.2, 2.3. I'm sure there's something wrong with his timing beam, because that does not look like 2.5 seconds to me. Keeps gripping the grass. It probably will be 2.5 seconds. 11 seconds the gap. Still 32 seconds to Dazzler 67. There is just shy of off circuit away right now. Probably need to drive that car like he stole it. But we will see. The chalk 1.2 to the good over RCMBE 2. And then 1.8. So I'm guessing RCMBE is a little faster than Giovinazzi in Sector 1. But when it comes to Sector 2, Giovinazzi. Purple Sector 1. Let's go, JJ, let's go. 1.7. You have literally got another. Yeah, it's going to be around 10 minutes. I shouldn't really shorten these. I could have done it all season in one night of Goodwood Festival, but you know, maybe next season. We've got lots of these coming up, like I say, V8, Porsches, Porsche League, the Toyota 86. That as well, we've got that coming up. That actually is a combi league on a Wednesday night. It's pretty difficult for most drivers on a Wednesday night. It's chalky. 12 gets it all wrong coming out of the chicane. Where is RCMBE? Gaining and gaining, heading down towards turn 1. Dib dab on the brakes, keep that car nice and high in 4th gear. Got a good run out of there, the car looked pretty stable, just 0.2 of a second as RCMBE over chalky 12. A 10th. The time coming down, he is in the slip. You have to pick a move and be brave. Oh, he's a 10th to the good as well, fastest through that timing beam. They're both still side by side. There is chalk, there you go, just in the rear view now. RCMB has got that move done and as clean as you like, but he's run deep. He's run deep. The chalk will take that place back and say thank you very much. That's not what RCMB would have wanted. He was travelling. He was travelling. But damn, did really well, RCMB. Back down to 2nd place. Gaining on the brakes, so he pulled 0.2 back on himself on the brakes. And there is Giovinazzo, 7 tenths behind. Now it's time. He's warmed up. He's got his car where he wants it, and we have got 8 minutes left of race 1. And his attempt to go to 1:17.694. 2 tenths better off. Let's go make an argument. Let's go cause some fracas. Giovinazzo just 1.7 off the lead with a combined total, but they're all within range of each other, so I can't imagine it being that bad. And there you go, another purple sector for Giovinazzo. Did a bit of lawn mowing. That corner will always do that to you. The more you push, the more the car will want to veer one way than the other. It's just lost him a bit of time. It's 1.2. RCMB is putting on a sterling drive. Keeping up with Chalky 12. We've seen Chalky 12 was like half a second to 9 tenths of a second clear during qualifying, but not to be in the race. RCMB all over his rear wing. You just got to keep that chicane clean and tight. Just ace it all the time. Wow, just 4 tenths separate, 1.3. 15 seconds back to Mean in lap 8. And Dazzler still 32.4 seconds behind Mean in lap 8. I guess he'll be starting second, first on the grid in race 2 in a car that I don't think any of them have ever driven before. So we'll see. It'll be entertaining nonetheless. It'll be entertaining nonetheless. But as we can see, Giovinazzo still putting on a charge. You can see the 2 drivers in front. Just wants to be that little bit closer. Sees where they're braking. He wants to brake just that little bit sooner. Get the driver out of the corner. Pick up. Be quicker at top end, quicker than the cars in front. Really, that's what he wants to be doing. Must be quicker down the straight. Time's coming down, then it goes back up again. As you see, 240, back to 250 now. Then it comes down. Coming down all the time, but it's RCMBE and Chalk. You know, any more pressure on the back of Chalk's rear end is going to be needing some Vaseline, I dare tell you. Really close. Probably could have said that a better way, couldn't I? But he is that close for certain parts of this circuit as well. Getting his apexes and exits spot on. Just half a second in front. I would give it that, to be fair. But to the eye, looks a little bit closer, but I've got the glasses on the screen. 1.4 the gap from RCMBE to Giovinazzo. One of the most difficult parts of the, I say difficult parts of the circuit. It's not going to be that difficult in these than it will be in the next car, because it's going to be pretty entertaining come the next race. Believe you me, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a driver in the wings waiting to get on, chomping at the bit. So yeah, it is going to be one of them races. And RCMBE sets purple sector 2 in his hunt down Chalky 12. These 2 putting on a sterling show as RCMBE looks to have a look down the inside of Chalk through chicane. Not going to happen. Chalk runs a little bit down, kicks a bit of dirt up in RCMBE's face. RCMBE not phased at all. And Giovinazzo, that's still 1.4. 4 minutes left to go at this race. I dare say the boys will need a rest after this, because I would need a rest after this. 20 minutes of Goodwood just constantly going around in these little Mazdas. They are pretty fun to drive. That gap up to 25 seconds. And Dazzler not making an impression like I thought he would, with most of the race gone. He's only 49 seconds into the race when he went off, and he hasn't made the impression that I thought he would, with 3 minutes left to go. And the 119s, dare say the 125, he had another off. He did go into the 118s, 119, 120s, 124s. Somewhat consistent. Fastest that was a 118.704. Yes, I would say it's a good result for meaning lap 8. I mean, there's not many drivers on the grid tonight, and they're not really anyone to battle with. I dare say if you want in the middle of this pack, you would be down the back, but he's actually faster than Dazzler in certain parts of the circuit as well. I dare say he's 118. Did a 118.7. Dazzler did a 118.2. So he's only half a second off. Dazzler did a 118.5. So Dazzler needs to be putting in sectors like, well, purple, but a bit faster than that. But the leaders, 17 minutes into this race, still chalky 12 by half a second. RCMBE is literally licking his lips and hoping for a mistake. He's currently sitting in second place, and Gioino is 1.9 back off the back of the two runners up the front. So it's all go. 2 minutes to go. Obviously, I mean that in a good way, you know. You know when you go, I should have went. It's like when you have your first beer, innit? And you go, I don't need to go. And then you go, let's go to the next pub. And you go, I should have went. RCMB, purple sector 2 by 14 thousandths of a second in his hunt for chalky 12. Dubbed the cue ball back in his racing days when he first ever started in the Trophy McGann's. Forgot how good these little Mazdas look, mate. They look fantastic, do they not? They do look pretty good. You know, I was talking to the boys earlier on, and we do actually have this down as a league, and down and off circuit goes RCMBE2. Where is Gioino? He's just going to look at that and go, cheers, mate. That's what he's going to do. RCMBE in this pursuit of chalky 12, just run it out wide, slipstream, then the wash off the rear end of that car, forced his front end down and out. There's no control when you get the aero wash off the car in front. Gioino, persistence paid off. He was never within a second and a half. He was down to what, the best part of 1.2, 1.3 seconds all the time for in and out this race. A mistake by RCMB puts him on the bronze step. That's third place. 1.9, 1.99. That gap growing just a little bit each time, but we will see. It's chalky 12 now with 19.25 on the clock. Is he going to get another lap? Navigates that chicane pretty well. Everybody must hold their breath when they come through that chicane. You don't want to make a mistake when you've been leading for the 11th time at chalky, as and he will get another lap. 3.1 to the good. Gioino gets another lap. RCMBE gets another lap. Then we will keep an eye on them as they come round. Turn 1 into sector 2 or sector 3 if you want to call it that. Is Fion. I do believe he will finish in 4th place, and Dazzler got that gap down to 19.5 seconds, so he's had to turn the pace somewhere because he was 32 seconds before. And across the line comes Mean in lap 8. He will finish in 4th place. Congratulations to you, my friend. Dazzler then will finish 5th. But will this top 3 finish as they sit right now? 2.2 is the gap from RCMBE to Gioino, who's got 3.2. The chalky 12. 16 laps in 20 minutes around here in the Mazda MX-5s. Congratulations to Mean in lap 8. Beating Dazzler 67. The chalky 12. Just got the chicane to negotiate. Last lap, led it all. Got that, negotiated it well. Congratulations to DMK Chalky 12 taking the victory this evening in the Mazda MX-5s here at Goodwood. Gioino. Oh, I wish I had a replay button. I don't even know what happened. RCMBE reclaims his 2nd place. I can only assume that was a wing clip on the way through the chicane. And Gioino will come over the line at some point in 3rd place. Damn, I'm gutted I missed it. Sorry, boys and girls, had to run off to the little girls' room as you do. So, pole position in the victory for Chalky 12. Congratulations to you, my friend. Very well done indeed. And wow, RCMBE lost it with a lap to go. Reclaimed it with a lap to go. It can only mean that Genia made a mistake heading into the chicane of unforgiveness. So sped out of chicane. Yeah, insane. How? Wow. Well, as you can see, boys and girls changing the cars. They're getting ready to untame this little beast of a car. Is anybody out on tracking it so far? There you go. The comedian of the group, TRG Joyce, is out. Will he amuse us as this car will amuse him? We may never know. But that car does look pretty tasty, to be fair. It's got a rear wing like you wouldn't believe. Dazzler 67 obviously got out his. He's got some Castrol Edge Demon Peak sponsored on his car as well. I don't want that. This is what I want. I want to see the overlay. I think meaning lap 8 needs to change his car, otherwise he will be getting spanked around this circuit. So while the boys are practicing, we will see how they get on. Take it in, ladies and gentlemen, because this is what is next. We're just going to let him know that he needs to change his car. Let him know. That sets a purple sector there. 119.6 dead. Everybody else is in the AMUSE. You might fancy a challenge, to be fair. They say this one will be pretty interesting. I think I'll just ride around in the MAZDA, let everybody else fall off, and I'll gain big spots. Sometimes that's not how racing works, you know. In theory, it sounds like a plan, but it's fastest at the moment, 119 dead. You know, and I know this AMUSE car is not slow by any stretch of the imagination. So, Chalky 12 just changing the settings, although we do have a little bit of time before we get underway. We've got Meaning lap 8, we've got to change his car. Got to drive. TRG Joyce is now in the room. Could make for a good little race here. To what? Right, I put 2 S's in AMUSE. In AMUSE, as you do. For a minute there, if I didn't read that twice, I thought it would be calling me a twat. But it said twat. For what? Gotta get it changed. Want to get his new car. Dare say it'll be a brand new one, straight off the showroom floor for Mr. Fion. As you do. Let's go and see if anybody is cruising. It is Genio who's cruising. He is firstly followed by RCMB. Dazzler 67 will be open for a better race this time around as well. Rocky 12 is doing a bit of lawn mowing with that big front splitter of his. Genio is doing a bit of lawn mowing as well. This car has got so much understeer, it's unbelievable. Apparently. You know, never driven it around here. I've driven it around Spa, which was very, very entertaining. Yeah. Will be a good little race, this. Not for the faint-hearted. We're going to press on and push the leagues out as we can. You know, I know some are training for other league races that they have coming up, or events that they have coming up, but we're all going to keep flowing on as we do. And to let everybody down. We've got Big Frank who works on the RNLI on Wednesday, so he can't do the Wednesday league. And I'd say big thanks to Big Frank for saving all those lives on the RNLI. Do appreciate that. It's nice to support all of those as well. But yeah, as I said, Big Frank was raced in the touring cars in the Team ID as well. It was really good. Team ID was nowhere. I think it finished 4th overall in the team championship. It was really good. Let's just bring up the overlays. Let's go and have a look at some times while we're waiting for the reverse grid. It's RCMBE attacking the trend. 1.3 seconds over 112 dead over Chalky 12, who's done a 113.4. Dazzler 67 is a further 1.7 back with a 115.1, but he is over half a second up this sector, and that gap will not be 12 seconds, as is 1.3. I'll put Mini on the fastest lap. What's Dazzler going to set first? That should be a pretty quick lap if I'm honest. At least a 111. Oh, 112.7. What has Genio got as he comes across the line? That's a 113.2. And I did see Chalky 12 just on his way. The gap's coming down. That's pole position there, right there. Oh, 1.3 seconds, or 110.7 from Chalky 12. Puts him only 0.2 of a second ahead of the Joker, TLG Joyce, the comedian of the group. We do love him. And just think they're racing around now, getting pre-warmed up for the next race, but these tyres will not be warm come the first lap of the race. They'll just be dead cold, like they've ever been raced before. But they think they're doing the practice and all this now. When they go set on the grid, tyres will be cold. You know, it takes 2 laps at least to get these tyres up to 10. So, you know, here's what it is. RCMBE comes in with a 110.207. Half a second faster than Chalky 12. Now, these two had a good race one for the majority of it before someone made a mistake. And who is that? That is Dazzler, currently in 5th place. We've got Meaning lap 8. We're going to stay with him, see how he does. He's got to get warmed up, get used to the car. He's got a lot of oversteer. It's not as stable as the MX-5. Far from it, although it's got all the wings on it, all the winglets on it as well on the front end. Does it no favours. Does it no favours at all. It's false advertising is what it is. It's great for lawn mowing. Now you know what, I would have put him on pole if he would have scanned that chicane then. If he'd scanned that chicane, I would have took over the room and just put him on pole. Just for that. If we went left and right, left, right, straight down straight, that would have been freaking brilliant. He made a good save earlier on in the race in the Mazdas. It was really good. Little pirouette. It was very good indeed. It will compromise him though, this lap, after getting it wrong through the chicane. Will lose a bit of speed. Got to build it as he goes on. His run wide just again. Navigate it pretty well. You don't want to be too far out there. You don't want to be too far out there either. Let's see, Joyce is there just negotiating the right left. Meaning lap 8. Got a lot to learn in this car. Might want to bring the brake bias to the front if you can change it. I don't, yeah, you can. Yeah, you can change the brake bias. Might want to bring it to the front. Is it me, or have I missed the start? Did I miss the start? I'm not sure. Or are we actually racing? Or we're practicing? Because we're now on 7 minutes in if this is practice. Yeah, we're practicing. Had me going then. Chalky12 says, good luck everyone, race is starting. I would say good luck everyone, and all you're going to need it. Because this car, it's a devil in disguise. As Elvis once said. So, place your bets. Who's going to take this race? Dazzler on pole position, meaning lap 8, second, Genio 3rd, RCMB 4th, Chalky12 5th, Joyce joining the second race, will start in 6th place. Let's hope to get it nice and clean off the line. I might be running a little TC as well for meaning lap 8, might be doing a good launch as well, traction control kicking in and going off like a kipper as well, but I tell you, got a good start. Genio got a good start, meaning lap 8 got a good start as well, already up the inside of Dazzler 67 and got that move done as well. A little bit of a door up there. This isn't touring cars, but yeah, let's go. And who is off already? Chalky12 down the back of the order. Now he has got a lot to do. Now it's down the start of the circuit, so when he's going faster they'll be going slower. 13.4, a long way to go. And that's another driver off the circuit. That is Dazzler 67 in Castrol Racing Living Machine. He is now down in 5th. Chalky12 will say, that wasn't hard. Genio then, making the move. Wasn't looking forward to this race, but I did say in the chat, I'm sure he is the man to tame this beast. As he gets clipped from TRG Joyce, he sends him off the circuit. And if you watch YouTube's video, there was a big crash there earlier in the YouTube video of a guy driving this car around this circuit, which was sent in by Genio as this car was announced. But he's in 3rd place. TRG Joyce leading the way from meaning lap 8. Still a long way to go. 1:23 on the clock. Another 18 minutes to go. There's only 4.5. But that was before the chicane, so that might have done him a favour. That might have done him a favour, to be fair. That gap isn't that bad. But Chalky12 has caught up now to the back of his race rival in race 1, RCMBE2. We're just going to get on board as we look at it. 6.6 seconds faster this time around, which everybody will be faster. It's lap 2. It'll be the next lap that counts. Still got a bit of a lag in GT7 in these little lobbies, but no bother. Dazzler a further 5.9 behind, big oversteer there for Chalky12. We're just half a second behind RCMB now. I think you got to brake a little bit harder for that corner, as RCMB navigated it pretty well. Oh, there you go again. More understeer for Chalky12 getting out of that corner. 20.4 seconds faster that lap around. RCMB are 109.859, faster than his previous lap in pre-practice. 6.7 seconds further back is Dazzler 67, and catching all the sixes was on there earlier on. TRG Joycer is is literally a second ahead of Meany in lap 8. He's having a good account for himself right there. He's only 1.1 off the lead. As is Giovinazzo. That gap is no longer 4.5 seconds. It's now 2.6. 2.7 seconds as the ground the S's, and back now to 2.6. I reckon Giovinazzo. Anyone want to bet against me? As it sits right now, he's got 7 seconds to Chalky 12, and it's only literally 4 seconds off the lead. Barring any mistakes in the chicane, can be a mistake if you get it wrong. But meaning lap 8 though looks a little bit more comfortable in this car that's a bit more eccentric than the Mazda MX-5, if that makes any sense at all. And there you go, I did say that, the lawnmower went off circuit. That's 1.5, 1.4, 1.2, 1.1. That's going to be under less than a second, because Giovinazzo is at full racing pace, coming to the most awkward part of the circuit. Has got a purple sector as well, kicks up a tight line, is now on the back and giving the beans to Meany in lap 8, who had a good save there, did come out the way, was not a full race pace compared to Giovinazzo. Giovinazzo did flash his lights, let him know he was coming at full pace. But down to third, still 6 seconds ahead of Chalky 12. 2.4 off the back now of Giovinazzo, who is now on the hunt for TRG Joycer and then purple sector 3. Just got to keep it on the black top. They had a little coming together earlier on. Giovinazzo wouldn't have forgot about that. Bit of a lean on. Only 5 minutes gone in this race, and it's 2 seconds, 3 seconds a gap to 5 seconds. 10 seconds back to Dazzler, and RCMB has made a mistake. He's now down in 6th place. Tracking Dazzler. What's it look like from us? We've got an excellent run out of that chicane as well on the back of Dazzler. Going to get it done as well. And goes purple sector 4. As I look down the inside of the Demon Tweak sponsored machine, lag interfering in. If anybody went wrong, that would be a lag involved moment. But that racing looked clean as you like from RCMB2 and Dazzler. We'll be tracking RCMB2 heading for the tight section of the circuit, behind the back at sector 2. Pretty relaxed in the car though, sweating in the helmet. 1.5, and they've got it all to do again. Royce, we got down to 0.8 of a second from Giovinazzo. The heat is on. That Titan, will it be in front over the Club 100 man? No, it will not. Giovinazzo will say thank you very much as TRG Joyce runs it out wide in turn 1, catches the glass. Now will be losing time. That gap is 8 seconds to Meany in lap 8, who has got Chalk a 10th behind him. That gap just dropped from 5.5 to 6 seconds as Chalk has to take a little bit of the grass there. Half a second, 0.6 of a second, 0.7. Through certain parts of this circuit, I've got to say, Fion is pretty confident in this car. It looks pretty confident in this car. Chalky 12. Few excursions, 4 as well from the back of the grid earlier on. Now back up to 4th. We'll be stealing the podium from Meany in lap 8. But only an handful of these drivers have driven this car before with us around Spa. And I don't think Meany in lap 8, Dazzler, RCMB and Giovinazzo have done it with us. So only leaves a few, and a few of them aren't in the room either. So that's like 4 seconds off the back of RCMB, who still holds the fastest lap in 1.92. Giovinazzo up front is done a 1.96. TRG Joyce not too far behind either. Well, that's got to turn the pace right in these. So he's only 2.5. We lost 2 tenths through that section though. That will got to 3 seconds surely. And I do say, if meaning lap 8 gets passed by the chalk, he will end up getting swallowed up by RCMB at some point, because that gap has come down rapidly. And I mean rapidly, just seen it drop by seconds to 2.6. 2.6. There's only 15 seconds off the lead with 12 minutes to go in this race. I think if RCMB passes the chalk, it'll be difficult for him to catch, as meaning chalk made a mistake. Meaning that Pete pulled 5.7 seconds out on the chalk there as well. Yep, so 111, it was constant 109s. 111, 117. Yep, that's a mistake for the chalk. Oh, very interesting indeed. Very interesting indeed. That is a 9.2. Tells you this car would separate men from the boys. I tell you, the man up front at the moment by 4.7 seconds and a purple sector 3 as well is Giovinazzo. He was winding me up, wasn't he? He was winding me up. Understeer City, he said. Understeer City, he said. He's a little trooper, isn't he, what? A little trooper. Best lap coming in at 1:9.215 for Giovinazzo. Fastest lap as well. Started third. A few wall wounds on the front of that car. But that's some rubbing his racing. Good lap there from Giovinazzo. 7 point, that's 8 seconds dead over Joyce, who is now 4.6 seconds of meaning lap 8, who is certainly, I told you, mixing up with the big boys, you know what I mean? He's a new driver to the group, you know. He's got a lot to learn with the drivers around him and that, but hasn't been shone off by no means. Come in, mixed it up straight away, made an account for himself, made a name for himself in the league. He's got a few war rooms on that car, as you can see on the rear quarter. And who is that? That is Joyce, who's dropped it deep through the double right-hander. He's gone off, meaning lap 8 will be like licking his lips going, cheers, thank you very much, that's another spot for me. And if he stays where he is, that will be his highest finish of the season, I do believe. Just got to navigate this chicane pretty nice and tight here as well. It's pretty slow, didn't use all the circuit, but got through. 3.7 seconds ahead of a recovering Joyce, who was down to 4th, chalky 12 then, up to 3rd. RCMB is not too far behind these either, as you can see on circuit. That was 9 seconds back. Giovinazzo pretty comfortable, 13 seconds to the good, with 8.5 minutes left to go of this race. Been pretty entertaining. Might look pretty boring on TV, but considering the talent that's on the circuit, Dazzler, Joyce, the Chalk, Giovinazzo, then you've got a new boy. This boy's only 13 years old, ladies and gentlemen. He's probably, you know, making an account for himself in a league, well, more or less a league of champions. There's at least 3 champions in this lobby. If Aldo was in here, it would be 4. You know, not just single championship drivers either. These are multiple champions. And there's a champion leading the way. Utaka Touring Car champion, Premier League champion, FA Cup champion, and he has won another championship as well, but it has leading. And the way he's performing at the moment, won't be long before this guy becomes a champion. 15 seconds the gap. 3.3 to the Chalk, who has won again. Another driver that's won multiple championships in Group 4 events and team events. So, all to play for. RCMBE 1.9 dead in 4th place and going faster again. That car looks a little bit war wounded. gap is coming down and fluctuating between sectors, so that can only mean that one is faster than the other through each one, as we know. But it is currently holding the fastest lap. It was leading it anyway. Genio stole it back, and then RCMBE went, nope, I want it back again, and did a 1:09.067. He's now 1.2 seconds off the back of Chalky 12, who just navigated this game pretty well himself. RCMBE in fourth. BRG Joyce it, ruined the mistake that came off earlier on. Run it deep through the double right-handers. Down in fifth, Dazzler further 11 seconds back. Saying hello to the fans, cutting a bit of grass that was missed earlier on. That gap down to 10 seconds was 14 to 15 seconds clear of meaning lap 8, which can only mean he's made a mistake. Now Chalky 12 tracking meaning lap 8. Is it a top 3 fight? Chalk will prefer second place than a bronze place. Is meaning lap 8 running a little deep. Had to double check on the brakes, pull the car in. The car was a little unsettled as well. He's fighting the car all the time, but Chalk has got the pace. Oh, I'm not sure that's needed. 2 moves only allowed. And he came over once or twice. Broke hard on the brakes. Gonna have to pick this move. Will pressure be enough? Meaning lap 8 defending like his life depended on it, and Chalky 12 got a whole load of understeer there as he tried to power out that corner. The car went sideways. Chalky 12 on 1. Gonna have to watch some moves. Only 2 moves allowed in this racing league. You can come off the line to defend, and you can go back onto the line when you come up to the corner. If that makes any sense, you can't go, come back, then go, come back. No weaving allowed. That could have took him off track. That would have been an unnecessary incident, and then that could have demoted him anyway. I have to watch for moves like that. New boy or not. Racing's racing if you know the rules. Race by the rules. Chalky 12 there again. And gap up to 13 seconds. Gap down to 0.2 of a second from Chalky meaning lap 8. And the pressure told. They broke him. Didn't lose one, lost 2 positions, broke 2 deep, tried to outbrake Chalky 12 into the right hander. Just ran it too deep and off circuit he went. He will be kicking himself. RCMBE won't be, but licking his lips going, thank you very much. Now I'm on the podium, top 3. He's been fighting his way through the grid, showing great turns of pace. Now, with 4 minutes to go, what can Chalky 12 and RCMBE 2 have in common, apart from a great turn of pace? Oh, and that's not a great turn of pace as RCMBE got it a little sideways. And here comes meaning lap 8. 9 tenths, 8 tenths, 7 tenths. Half a second. It's all about racing. There's a yellow flag. Who is the yellow flag for? Is that for Dazzler? It is for Dazzler, who's just been lapped. He's not liking this AMUSE. It's not amusing for him. But what's amusing is we have got RCMBE being done around the outside of meaning lap 8, who is hanging on for dear life as he runs it to the extremities of the circuit, and some, not to be this time around. For meaning lap 8, he wants to recover a podium position. He's not giving it up easy as meaning lap 8. And remember, next week we've got the SRL6, the SR3 Radicals. Is the SR3s or is it SR6s on GT7? I don't know. Yep, the Radicals next week around the same circuit, which will be Very, very, very tasty. And these are getting tasty as well as RCMB, meaning lap 8. 17:52 on the clock, and meaning lap 8 is literally making a name for himself right now. He's mixing it up real big. Got his podium position back. He's in 3rd place. RCMB will not be having none of that. Oh, that could have been dangerous. That could have been dangerous. RCMB, meaning lap 8, went to go over on meaning, went to turn right on him, force him into the wall like Shuey and Barrichello. You remember that? Remember that move in Formula 1 when Shuey tried to close Barrichello into the wall? That was a pretty dangerous move, and that's what we've just seen right there. It's the same sort of move. That gap, 13 seconds from Chalky 12 and Gino, who's literally got his bit between the TV. He's been consistent, 109s, 110s, probably a few mistakes and a few twitches here, there and everywhere, but it's what this AMUSE is about. It will keep us amused. Chalk, second the personal best. Meaning lap 8 is having a right ding dong here with RCMB. Let's get on and have a look. Bit of lag involved there. That'll be pretty hard to read if anything comes of this, but we have got a yellow flag, and that is the Chalk. 2nd, 3rd and 4th all in a line right now. Who do you pick? Where do you go? What do you do? Let's get out of it. There's meaning lap 8 as I look up the inside of the Chalk, and I tell you what, RCMBA says thank you very much. I've just got myself a freebie. Meaning lap 8 went for the move on the inside of Chalky 12. A little bit of door up. There was a bit of lag involved in that, but that's just so hard to read when there's lag involved. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Looked pretty clean as he went on. More of a racing incident. A bit of a lean, yeah, but lag was involved. So, in my opinion, racing incident. It is the final lap as well. And the Genio, we just caught you, boy. We just caught you. Comes over the line in the AMUSE S2000s very comfortably in reverse. And RCMBE on his fight all the way back up the grid as well will come home, barring a wing number slap on the chicane, in 2nd place, meaning lap 8 as well. Where are you? There you are. Congratulations to you, RCMBE. Meaning lap 8 will take his first podium of the season, coming home in 3rd place. Chalky 12 ruined that mistake there. If anyone comes to it, it'll go to the stewards. But like I say, from my point of view, there's a bit of lag involved. You know, it was hard to read. TRG Joyce comes home in 5th, and Dazzler was not amused. Crashes home in 6th place. That's how we roll at Goodwood. That's how we roll at Goodwood. That's how things are done. It is. Genio up 2 places, and the victor here at Goodwood this evening. Congratulations to you, my friend. Congratulations to you indeed. There are your results. Genio first, RCMBE gifted a 2nd place, taking the fastest lap of a 109.607. Meaning lap 8 had a bit of a fight, had a tussle tonight. Came home in 3rd. DMK Chalky 12, 4th. TRG Joyce 5th. Dazzler in 6th, and the room got closed early. So, what can I say about that? You know, there's no old bar racing, wasn't it? That was pretty tasty, to be fair. I enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed that. Really do hope you enjoyed that. But, you know, it is what it is. And I'm sure you don't want to see that. You don't want to see that. That's all my little leagues and all that coming up. You don't want to see that. Oh, I'll tell you what, I will show you. I will show you this though, just in case you're interested. This is my beloved Eastleigh Football Club that I have now become the assistant manager of. Great stuff. Absolutely love it. Just been made number 2 the last Sunday when we had a pre-season and a bit of a talk and a bit of a friendly, and yeah, I got made assistant manager. So yeah, it's great stuff. Well buzzing. But that was Goodwood Festival revived DSC style with the MX5 and the under AMUSE S2000. I do believe next week we've got the SR3 or the SR6, whatever it's called. We've got the Radicals next Monday. I'm hoping for a few more. I have a few more turning. There was a bit of a hit and miss. Tonight should have been the Dodge RT70. But apparently you can't get it on GT7 unless it goes into the Hall of Fame shop where you buy all the special cars from, you know. So yeah, pretty weird. Because when I set the league up, it was there, and now it's not there. So yeah, it's a weird one. But yeah, we've got the Radicals next week, and then for the final week, we've got the VW Beetle, the old school Beetle, not the new Beetle, the old school one, the Irby Beetle, the original Beetle. We do it proper, not messing about. We do it proper. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the racing. I really do hope you enjoyed the racing. I've enjoyed it. It's been a crack, even with 5, 4, 6, however many was in. It's been good fun. Really enjoyed it. But it is time for me to vacate this seat because I've been here for a long, long time. And I will love you and leave you. If you did enjoy the video, please hit that like, subscribe, show the boys some love, you know. And I will pass it on. If you haven't, I'm not asked. You know? Just leave a like. You don't even have to subscribe. Just do whatever. Not fast. But anyway, have a DK10. I'm out of here.
It's where